Hi, my name is Deborah, and here's the rest of my team who's made VoterX possible. So let's meet Melissa Grant. She's a female, 31 years old, and she's a restaurant manager. Some frustrations that she has is that she's struggling to keep her restaurant afloat due to the COVID-19 pandemic. She needs more PPE and loans from the government to help her with that, and she needs protection from the protests and riots that have been going on, and she often has to board up her restaurant. She doesn't know who or why she should vote, and she doesn't know who the candidates are and what their views are for upcoming elections. Some of her goals is to get her restaurant back on track as the world starts to open up, and she wants to be a more involved citizen. She wants to vote for candidates that will help her with things that she's struggling with, like her restaurant. And that's why we made VoterX to help Melissa spread voter information and beat voter suppression. So some problems that Melissa has is that she doesn't know about the other candidates because they don't make the headlines like the main Republican or Democratic Party candidates do. She doesn't have time to research more about the views and policies of each candidate because she's a restaurant manager. That's the last thing on her mind. And she also doesn't know about other local elections in the area, so she only knows about the main presidential election that only happens for every 4 years, and she wants to make changes on a more monthly or yearly basis with other local elections. So a solution to that would be finding local elections using the user's address so they know when elections are happening. Also to give educated recommendations based on the user's social media, a paragraph that they submit, or survey results that can match them with candidates that best align with their own views and goals, because this will save them more time than researching each candidate. So what our product features is they find local elections based on the user's address. They also build a user's profile by datascaping their social media, Twitter or Facebook, writing a short paragraph about their political views, or filling out a survey about their future goals and values. We help match users with candidates that closely line up with their political views, future goals, and values. So what's next for VoterX is to make an iOS and Android app so it's more accessible to everyone, and having a feature to let users vote right on the app. And time for our live demo.
Hello judges, and welcome to RRU Hacks Project VoterX. We decided to make a website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some backend features involving databases in Google Cloud in order to create a website that helps people come up with recommendations for political parties. So let's get started. Okay, so immediately we are prompted to find an election. Let's just skip over this bit because of personal details, but you can enter your address. Okay, now it's searching for local elections, and you want to get ready to vote. So we have to pick a local election to go for. So right now I'm feeling like a US House representative. So I'll just click that and go down and get a recommendation for that. Okay, so I want to use our algorithm to do this. So I'll write a few notes about myself. So I live in New York. I like free education. And I think it is very important to have a diverse parliament. And then we can just say, I enjoy going to school. My favorite hobbies are swimming, trampolining. Okay, so I think that's about 100 characters because it stopped us here. So let's just go here. Let's go. Okay, so do you want to know who it is? Yes, I do want to match with my candidate, so let's find out who that is. I'm being matched. Okay, let me view my potential candidates. Great, I have Eric Adams. So this is the House rep that's been recommended for me. Just to take into account, this is not 100% accurate, and we know that it's very hard to be given recommendations. That's why we say that you should just use this as guidance and as an area, stepping stone to finding out how you can vote correctly based on your beliefs. So that's the end of our demo, and we'll bring it on to the Figma now.
So when you land on our homepage, you can click Get Started to find upcoming elections in the area, and you can click Find My Elections or enter your address manually, which is right here. And if your address is correct, you can move on and you can search for local elections. Then they show you all local elections, U.S. House of Reps, City Council, U.S. Senate, mayoral elections, and more as they come up. Then you check off which election you want to participate in, which is the U.S. House of Rep, and you can go and get recommendations. You can build your profile with Facebook or Twitter, or write a paragraph about your views, or you can do it through your values. Let's go to the survey. They show you a value, and you can say if it's extremely important or not important, and the same thing with future goals. Once you submit that, they start matching you with some candidates. Once you've been matched, you can go view them, and this is your closest match. Then you can see why. They show you how similar you are, how far you matched, and where other candidates placed. Remember, this is only a recommendation. You don't have to pick the person that we choose. This is the team who made VoterX possible, and thank you for listening.